defeat the Huns.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Chronicle here on Tabletop Rolls. It's our D&D 5e game that's heavily inspired by JRPGs and traveling, and I guess also a little bit of Greek storytelling based on epic adventures and travel. Some might call it an odyssey. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Tonight I am joined by our wonderful cast, minus Manesia, who fortunately for them, has work. Unfortunately for us, as they will not be here this evening. But I am joined tonight by the head designer and artist here at Tabletop Rolls, McKenna. They'll be playing Calder this evening.
Howdy.
Then, of course, we have Rosalie, whose character's name is a footnote in all my campaign prep, so I don't pronounce it wrong. They're playing Adenia.
Good job. Nailed it.
No, if you are on the Discord and you want to see these notes, I will post a screenshot after the show of the fact that there are character pronunciations in the headings of every page of my notes, so I don't mispronounce character names.
Yeah, you got to admire the effort.
We are also joined by Chad playing Zolam.
Every week.
Consistency. And we have a guest tonight, the graphic designer here from Tabletop Rolls. We have Matt playing a character they've created. If you want to tell the audience the character's name, we'll get into an introduction later.
I will be playing tonight Ko Mitsuhide.
Ooh. And if you want to join the Discord and see my, oh my goodness, look at this person who has all these names to have notes for, you can click that link right there to join our Discord. We have a whole bunch of fun things going on there. Eventually we'll even have some games running on there probably, which will be fun. And of course, we have our many other shows here on Tabletop Rolls. You can check us out tomorrow night for our anime podcast during this time slot at 7 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. CST, where we're going to be talking about Horimiya. Just the entirety of the series. I may have gone a little bit deep into my literary analysis of it, so be very excited for that, Chad. If you like deep dives into literary analysis about high school anime fiction, I got you. Then on Sunday, we have the Dragon Age game, where we're continuing to make our way through the deep roads, where this week we'll probably face off with one of the most disgusting creatures in all of Dragon Age. Then on...
He's not wrong.
I'm not. Then on Wednesday, we have the League of Amazing Adventurers as our party continues to make their way through the abandoned Magitech lab. And they're in the Time Wing. And there's a man out of time there. We'll see what happens. I will say, next week, in the League of Amazing Adventurers, there is going to be a world-shaping event that the party will have a direct hand in, so make sure you tune in.
Wave of hero points incoming.
Yes. But
You can only hope.
that is all of our announcements taken care of. So, let's roll our intro, and then we'll get right into the game.
To never be filmed.
And now we're back. We had a short discussion about Game of Thrones while the intro was rolling. That was very fun. But last time when we left our heroes, they had discovered who had murdered Zalatesh, and went to get their vengeance and justice. Along the way, they met a couple of bandits who were too dumb to be charmed, and they let them go. And now they're wandering the world. I'm sure they'll never see them again.
Why didn't you kill them?
Because they were innocent.
And then they managed to find Zalatesh's killer, who had also kidnapped a local bard, Antigos, and they managed to save Antigos take Marileen down, and they discovered a enchanted mirror that was twisting Marileen's personality. Upon returning to the Wine and Chime, they were greeted by Zine and many other members of the town, as well as a letter from Zalatesh. Lucky had picked it up, and after a moment they will put the letter back on the table and just kind of slide it and say something along the lines of, "I'm going to be alone for a bit," and they're going to walk off. And yeah, we pick up right there. So the letter is on the table. If y'all look in your journal, you should see it. So if anyone would want to read that, they can.
Alright, Calder's gonna pick it up and clear her throat a little bit. And just say, "My friends, if you are reading this, I am dead. I apologize, but it looks as though my bad luck may have finally caught up with me. Regardless, if you would be so kind as to finish our delivery to Garen's Cross, I would appreciate it. The client is a noble named Bedram Rail. His estate is located within the Gardens District. He will pay you if you present him with this letter. I had planned to recommend that you also become employed by him. His goals are noble, and I know you can be trusted with them. May you all travel well, and continue to keep good company. Your friend, Zalatesh." Fold the letter and put it down on the table.
Zine kind of like takes a moment after you've read it out loud. He goes behind the bar and says, "Well, I feel as though tonight is I feel as though I need to get his voice back in my throat. Sorry, team. I feel as though it is time to break out the good shit." And he'll put like a glass onto the table for each of you and start pouring out this like very fine looking brandy. "To old friends," and he'll
To old friends. Take a little sip.
Eklund kind of pipes up at that moment. "I'll begin prepping the burial rites and such. It should be ready to go by tomorrow evening."
Understood.
And then he'll leave.
Does anyone know if he had any family?
You never brought it up.
Oh.
What was
Zine?
my mother's name? Sorry. I do not know much of Zalatesh. We were friends, but friends who would see each other when traveling.
Right.
When we brought him inside, didn't somebody use like gentle repose on him?
Yes.
Gentle repose, yeah.
Who was that?
Zine.
Okay, I couldn't remember if he was the one that was capable of doing that.
Yeah, he has a
Yeah.
couple that he'll refresh it basically daily for now. And
That lasts a while though, doesn't it?
I believe gentle repose lasts, I want to say 10 days.
Something like that.
It's been a while since I've had a character that uses it, but that's my vague memory, yeah.
Just thinking of how feasible
Resurrection.
keeping him stable until it can be done.
Yeah. I mean, look, Zine, I don't suppose you would have any recommendations for a cleric, possibly even a necromancer? I don't know much about that kind of magic, but it seems like 6 of one, half dozen of another to me.
I do not like this magic. It defies the Fates.
Fates schmates. If the Fates didn't like that kind of magic, it wouldn't exist, right?
His poor luck kind of defied the fates. I'm kind of thinking it as evening the odds on that.
There we go.
Some
See?
might say it is time to tip the scales.
There we go. There we go. But yeah, Zine, if you have any names of any magic folk, I sure would like to hear it.
Unfortunately, we are a smaller sort of settlement. Not many powerful magic folk come through here. Perhaps Garen's Cross, but resurrection magic is rare. Often it is reserved for only those so close to the gods that they will shake hands with them.
How much does one of your rooms normally cost if a traveler is through here and not a...
If you are
Someone
asking
starting.
for me to turn a room into a corpse freezer for Zalatesh, I will gladly do it.
You're a good man, Zine.
Zalatesh was a good man. For all his faults and his past, he made a change in his life.
I'd be willing to part with some gold to just make sure things are kept in order until perhaps we can, whether to do it ourselves or perhaps earn a favor from the right person to send someone here.
Do not worry about it. I will keep my friend safe.
Thank you, Zine. Let us know if you need any help. I don't want to put you out.
One room will not put me out. We are the only restaurant in town, and takeout is quite popular on nights when people have been working hard.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, I've actually been, and he'll go behind the bar, and he'll bring out this, like, this juice-looking drink. It's like a light pale blue. I've been experimenting in my off time with some special fruits to create a sort of a refreshing, fruity drink. He'll pop them onto the table. It's a good after.
Is that a Baja Blast?
It's a good It's a good after alcohol drink to have.
Is that a fucking Baja Blast?
It has a very nice sort of flavor to it. Highly recommend it. And he'll like take.
I slam that shit back. I got it. What does it taste like, Will? Tell me, what does it taste like?
It's like a blueberry pomegranate. It's like a
Is there
blueberry
any lime in it?
It's like a blueberry pomegranate with like a little bit of lime. It's really nice.
Like carbonated?
No, it's not carbonated. It's just a regular juice. Carbonation does not exist.
I'm sure it's still very tasty, even if it's not the nectar of the gods that is Baja Blast.
It exists in Starfinder. It does not exist in D&D.
Matt was so upset by that.
Well, no, I'll be honest. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's an American-only thing, McKenna.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
know what Baja Blast
Kids don't have that.
It's actually like,
I mean, we might. I'm very sheltered.
as far as I know, it's too unhealthy to be sold in Canada.
But it's fruit. I love fruit.
It's so sad. Oh,
Fruit adjacent at best.
Don't worry, I'll just go eat a bag of ketchup chips.
That brought a true tear to my eye, Matt.
It's one of our 15 flavors of Mountain Dew. That's probably
We have
a
way
low
too many
count.
flavors of Mountain Dew.
You see,
Imagine
we didn't.
living in a world without Mountain Dew Baja Blast. I simply couldn't. I couldn't do it. Alright, anyway, before this gets any more derailed, I will give
So McKenna.
Grocery list.
do Baja Blast. Does it just taste like juice, or does it have any funky
Nah, it's
side
just
effects?
a nice juice. It has a refreshing thing. You don't think you'll be hungover tomorrow after drinking it.
Ooh. Well, if that's the case, perhaps more alcohol is in order.
I mean that I can be hungover.
Do snakes not get hungover?
Paladin thing.
I mean, no. Well, eventually, yes, but out of character, the whole joke about monks is at a certain point they're immune to poison, so they can't get drunk. I start off immune to poison, and the poison condition
Yeah.
Love
But
that for
eventually,
you.
eventually, as a paladin, you also immune to disease and all that and everything too. So
That's true.
Zolom is basically the Flash of this team.
I love that Calder immediately just assumes it's a snake thing, not like a religious thing.
you were right.
So, do you guys want to continue celebrating Zalatesh's life? What would you like to do this evening?
Yeah, I'll celebrate for a little bit longer and then turn in.
Fair enough.
I think same goes for Adenia.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Now, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, I'll say, 2 a.m.
Okay.
As you stumble into this like sleepy town with this one inn. Behind the bar is a large human man with sort of like balding hair, and as you enter, he says, we are closed for food, but if you need a room, I can get you a bed.
So the figure that walks up to the bar here is possibly the most plain video game male protagonist you could ever imagine. Light
Very
brown
tall.
hair, a little stubble, short hair, maybe a scar here, wearing, just a simple tunic. He's got a long package wrapped in burlap under his arm. Just the most plain, uninteresting looking person you've ever seen. And he says, well then, I hear there might be some folks around here looking for their calling. I think that's what it's called.
He kind of like stares at you for a moment. Yes, there are people on their calling here. If I may ask, what are you searching for?
Well, I'm a bit of a wanderer, and I hear these folks out there looking to find their path in life, and I think that's admirable, and I might want to travel them with a bit for a spell, you see, and help them out and maybe learn something. Before I go any further, though, just in terms of introductions, and he reaches into a pouch, pulls out a tiny little silver disc, and he just says, would you hold this for just a moment, please?
Gladly. Takes it.
Waits for a quick second, see if there's any sort of reaction.
There's not.
All right, that's fine. Can I have it back, please?
Is this some sort of extraplanar entity test? Hands it back to you.
Why would you ask that?
I
Leans in close.
keep a good ward going just in case here.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that. May I have it back, please?
Yes, of course. Here. Hands it back to you.
Pouch. Well, I suppose them traveling people on their calling are up sleeping or some such.
Yes, they have suffered a loss this evening.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. This is a turbulent world. We live in many hidden threats. Glances around a little bit.
Well, the devil is in the details.
Do you think they'll be rising soon?
Probably within a few hours. If you'd like a room, I can give you one, or if you'd like, I can put a pillow on one of the benches for you.
Oh, I won't be sleeping. I'll just take a seat in the corner there with a full view of the door and the stairs. No back to no window, and I'll just have a drink that puts a little fire behind the eyes. Keep me awake.
Alrighty. He gets a nice, like, musky bottle, just drops the bottle down on you. Says, consider the bottle a gift. Kind of looks you up and down. The work you do, I am quite thankful for it. He smiles.
Well, I appreciate that. I'll take my seat then. Don't mind me. Go about your business. I won't be a bother.
I was just about to lock up. He goes to the front door, locks it. You see him tap the door and like a large ward will appear onto it. Recognized as an anti-extraplanar ward. Goes up into the door behind the bar. Steps through. Hear a similar locking noise, a similar warding sound. And then, yeah, you're left in the dark of this bar.
Ko sits down in the corner, looks at the bottle given, and actually just gently pushes it away and pulls out a small glass vial of what appears to be like the purest looking water. Pops that open, just takes a little sip, puts it back down, puts it in the coat, and then sits staring at the stairs for where people might come down.
So, the next morning...
What the fuck? What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
Also, what sort of things happen in this bar all the time that we missed?
Right?
So, the next morning... Who would be the first one down and waking up? I'm just...
I mean, we've established that Calder is a pretty early riser.
Alright, Calder, you're making your way...
Sunrise is also still new for Adenia, too.
That's
yeah.
You want to go down together?
Yeah. Calder typically rises with the sun, so that it would probably be Calder and Adenia going down together.
Alright, Calder, Adenia, as y'all are walking down the stairs, Matt, your character will see them. You two will see Matt just sitting in the
head
corner.
actually, which has been kind of lowered up, trying to act all tough. I'll stay awake all night. Fell asleep like an hour in.
Howdy.
Good morning. Oh, are you here? The folks out on your calling?
Some of them, yeah.
Okay.
Who's asking?
Are you asking for my name?
I'm Adenia. What is yours?
Well, you can call me Ko.
Ko.
Nice to meet you, Ko. Are you on your calling as well?
I suppose you could say that, perhaps not in any sort of official capacity.
So, no.
Yeah, no, probably not, no.
Yeah, probably not, no.
No.
Are you from Felmain?
I'm sorry, where?
Felmain, like the outskirts, the woods outside Felmain?
I'm afraid I've never been there. Is that a tourist
You
location?
two sound awfully similar. You're not related, are you?
Yes, I mean, yeah, I'm from that place, that thing you just said.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Is there many more of you? The people out on your column?
A couple?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of us. Why?
I mean, any more staying in the inn that might be coming down?
Like nearly a whole army of them.
Insight check.
Lucky comes out at that point.
I love that answer.
Lucky
turn off the advantage thing, sorry.
Yes, Lucky comes out at that point and is just kind of like walking down the stairs. Sees the two of you,
That off again.
kind of says, I have some business to take care of today in town. I need to have a little bit of time to clear my head, if that's all right.
There we go.
Fair enough.
All right,
Be
so
safe out
16.
Yeah, and you could probably tell Calder was fibbing a bit. As Lucky goes, she just grabs some jerky, waves at, kind of does a slight hello stranger type of waves, grabs some jerky, books it outside.
Well, I suppose there's not a whole lot of sense in waiting. If you wouldn't mind, I have a small request to y'all. Just a small one. Ko stands up, leaves kind of long burlap sack wrapped object on the booth there, walks slowly towards you, pulls out small, kind of not the newest looking thing, but it's a small silver looking disc, just a coin basically almost, and is, would each of you mind just holding this in your hand for a brief moment?
Yeah, actually I would. What is it?
Well, rolls it around in fingers, taps. I can assure you it ain't nothing but simple mundane metal. I'm
Can I
just
make
simply
an
asking.
Arcana check on that?
Yeah. It is
Maybe a
mundane silver, I believe.
Do I know any magical property? I mean, obviously, there are magical properties to silver. What ones would come to mind for her?
Often used to ward against devils.
Fair enough.
Go
Sure.
wait for it.
Adenia will take it and hold it and look very
Watches
unimpressed.
very carefully at your hand.
She looks very unimpressed.
Nothing happens.
All right, I'll gingerly pick it up and kind of flip it between my fingers and just be like,
Very fancy, very fancy.
why?
Well.
Take your metal disc.
And then just kind of quickly wipes a hand across the face, and it almost seems like there's like a flutter of like black feathers, and suddenly the figure is now completely different, is about almost a foot taller, has purple skin, 2 sets of small horns, long pointy ears, bright green eyes, and is wearing now almost kind of like a witch hunter kind of outfit. Like,
Now, what in the Sam hell?
I'm terribly sorry for the deception. You have to be very careful these days. There are eyes, multiple devilish eyes everywhere.
If you're worried about devil eyes, maybe you should actually learn where Thelmaine is.
I still don't know what you're
suggestion.
talking about. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that tracks.
My intelligence is -1.
It's just, I called her as a +0 to intelligence. It's just 2 dumb bitches and Adenia who's like a genius.
She does have a +4 intelligence.
And just in case, I'm going to say this, just in case maybe you have like a prosthetic hand or something. If you guys are devils, you have to tell me.
I don't think that's a law.
Just a human.
Okay, you passed.
Actually, I'm a full devil. I've been a devil this whole time. I have silver
Insight
immunity.
check.
Do it.
Oh
7.
boy. Oh
This
boy.
works out then, because Ko immediately takes a couple steps back, and from the burlap sack pulls out a like midnight black sword with, in place of a hilt, has like a metallic raven's wing for the guard, and just kind of points it directly at you.
Tokiyami.
Fancy. I like touch it.
Oh, okay.
Just like tap it a little
You're
bit.
joking. Oh. Devils aren't a joking matter.
I mean, it's a little bit funny the way you react to him, though. That's a joking matter.
I think at that moment, Zolam, it's definitely very loud.
Yeah, I figure that's probably around the time that you just kind of hear him shuffling down.
Ko steps quickly, so McKenna's between her and the stairs, and shifts back into the gentleman, the plain gentleman persona. Oh, good morning there, my scaly friend. How are you?
See, now it just feels like you're making fun of me.
I still don't know what you mean. I don't hear it.
You're like, is this person related to you?
Absolutely not. No way, shape, or
I don't-
form. This person is
I don't
secretly a
understand
purple
why.
demon lady.
Wait, what?
Whoosh. And plus, I like the height difference keeps changing too. I'm sorry. I have an ability. I have an ability granted to me that allows me to change shape, and I find it is best used whenever I can.
Out of curiosity, this thing of changing, does it change just visually, or is it an actual physical change? Because I know some things are only one or the other.
Let me just double check. I'm pretty
This
sure
one's
it's just
visually.
visual.
This one's just
So
visual.
there was no change for Zolam.
Yeah,
Oh.
technically.
Oh, yeah.
He could only sense the actual physical person there.
Yeah.
So it's just like, so wait, so were you making fun of her?
Yes, this man is making fun of me. Very rude.
Zine
I
comes
don't know what's
in.
happening anymore.
Zine walks in, just like sees you, says, "Well, it appears as though my wards were not as strong as I thought."
Shit. Oh, what's the point now? I don't care.
Yeah, I don't
Takes a
have
little-
anyone.
Bottle of water.
Goes and gets you some breakfast from the back. Have some breakfast, friends.
I don't think he's a devil.
You came here looking for us.
Why? I'm simply one hell of a bartender. And he walks back.
No.
Uh,
No. Oh.
Was that a joke? I think that was a joke.
I'm going back to sleep.
I understood that reference.
I know you did.
I'm mad about it. We're gonna ignore that. Back to what Adidia said.
I heard there were some people here doing their calling, and from what I've heard, people out on their calling often run into all sorts of things, including possibly devils. And since I am looking for devils to slay, I thought it might be advantageous for myself and for you to accompany you.
It's a very specific goal.
I mean, we all have our goals in life.
This is true.
I mean, one day I'd like to play the trumpet, I think. Seems nice, portable.
Flutes are a little bit more portable. Calder pulls out a flute and gives
I
it a
cannot
little
whistle to
back.
save my life.
Well, you don't.
Oh boy.
You don't whistle. You blow into it, and she does a little toot toot. Little. It's not a whistle.
Are you casting a spell?
You know what? What is your quest, O Devil Hunter?
I mean, it's kind of there in the description you just gave me, which I appreciate. Thank you. I appreciate recognition on occasion. Not my devils, obviously.
Zine drops down with like the meal. It's a much more basic meal than what you got yesterday. It's just some like eggs and sausage and other like breakfast things. There's some hash browns. Says, so what are your plans for today now? There's much to do around the town. I believe that Brigetta did talk to you about the cave locally, if you want to have some weapons made from that ore. That is a good place for it.
Yeah, that might not be a bad place to start. We
did have a rough time fighting last night, so perhaps strengthening our weapons would be a good idea.
Yeah, and then we can tackle the God's Trial once Lucky is feeling up to it.
I wouldn't want to go in without them.
Absolutely.
Sorry, did you say the God's Trial or the God's Child?
Trial?
Okay, that's significantly less dramatic.
Yeah. I don't know any God's children, but I do know one child. How is Antigos, by the way?
He is not there in the bar. He's back home with. They are back home with Brigetta, so you'd have to go there to check in on them.
I'm asking Zine if he's.
Zine hasn't been out today yet.
hiding.
He's just gotten up and has done that. So, I do not know. I'm afraid I have not gone to Brigetta's to check on them.
All right. Well, maybe we can swing by there, get some more info about the caves, and check on the kid.
Yeah.
But Devil Hunter, that is our plan for the day, is to go pick up some fancy metal and whatnot. I don't know if there's gonna be devils in a cave, but maybe.
I mean, if there aren't devils, I mean, if there's evil, it's probably connected to devils.
Do
They
you
they've
have
got-
a personal grudge with them?
Have you ever hunted a devil before?
Yes, I have slayed a few, and a few of their collaborators. And to answer your question, yes. And she kind of gestures to her own face. A devil seduced my mother. After weeks of dates and love sonnets, she realized she had been seduced.
Oh.
And she got her, I suppose technically my stepdad, to chase the devil out of town.
Daddy issues.
Shh, Solo, you're not supposed to say the quiet part out loud.
I mean, yes, I had a strained relationship with my father because of the aforementioned seduction of my mother that she was not to blame for. She made that very clear.
That's a lot to unpack, so
Is it?
shall we just
Perhaps we just put the suitcase under the bed.
eat our breakfast and go
eat
to
our
the cave
breakfast.
and just pretend?
Though do be careful, I have heard rumors that on occasionally, especially for children, sometimes there are devils under that bed. Oh wait, you were making a metaphor.
Making a bit of a metaphor.
I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
So breakfast.
Yes, the breakfast is a
breakfast.
fine breakfast. You guys finish it off relatively quickly. Y'all want to make your way over to Brigetta, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Brigetta's at her forge already, and Antigos is kind of like, they are not like sitting in the same spot they were yesterday. They're actually just lying on the ground, just like in the sun, like.
Howdy, kid. How you feeling?
Just as a point, when we leave the inn, I use Mask of Many Faces again, and I look like a small, younger, slightly different hair color version of McKenna's character. Are we going somewhere, big sis?
Stop making fun of me. I got 3 sisters, and you are not one of them.
Oh, don't be like that.
Ugh. Give me the heebie-jeebies.
Do the horns not throw people off of this ruse that you're...
I'm using magic.
Ugh.
Okay.
But yeah,
So
so
careful.
Antigos is just like lying there. They raise their hand. They're just like, still very much in pain. Ow.
Sure.
You know, when you're having the essence drained out of you, it's surprisingly draining.
Kid.
Well,
Anything we can do to help?
I mean, I'm feeling better than I was yesterday. I think a few days and I'll be good to go. Are you all still fine with me joining you to
Of
Garen's?
course, we're not going anywhere for
Okay.
a few days yet, so you rest up, and when you feel better, we'll head out together.
Thank
it's
you.
good to hear you're still intending on going. I did not want to regret being stabbed as many times as I was for you yesterday.
Raise up their hands. Well, when the gods tell you to go traveling, the gods tell you to go traveling, right? No fuss arguing with it.
Well,
Right,
no
the
pressure. If you need to take some time off of adventuring for a little bit, I don't think anyone could blame you.
It's fine. I'll recover in a few days and I'll be good to go. It's at that moment that Brigetta's just like hammers very loudly. Yep, that's right, you will be, son, because I am going to get you. Real setup, and like you can see that they're working on like the most unpractical suit of full plate.
Oh, he's gonna be the kid with all the winter clothes. Just
Gonna wrap him in bubble wrap.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Metal starfish.
poor Antigos.
But yeah, Brigetta kind of stops their hammering away and says, "What brings y'all here? Are you looking for Auntie? You just wanted to check in upon us. Thank you very much for that."
Oh, we also wanted maybe if you want details on this ore you were talking about before.
Oh, of course. The cave itself, it's a pretty small cave. It's only about 3 chambers. In the very back of the cave is where the ore tends to be. It's built into the ground. It's a sort of silvery sheen to it. It's not quite silver, but it's pretty solid. It's a little bit...
Any particular way it needs to be extracted? Because I got this and I got this, and she holds up a bow and a rapier.
I mean,
and
if
says,
you
"I
just
don't
break
think
it
I
off,
use her."
Brigitte will actually go and grab like a number of like pickaxes and just hand them to y'all.
Bless your heart.
If you
thank
need those, you can use that. You just kind of need to hit it, and any ore I can purify and extract pretty easily.
Might be heavy.
Yup.
Ah.
I can carry him if you want.
Uh,
Pull out my haversack.
Brigitte will take it back from you, Adenia, and then give you a smaller one.
Oh, thank you. But yes, the kid-friendly one. Thank
Yes.
you.
I mean, sis, if you need some help carrying your shopping, I'm willing to help.
Can I also have an Adenia-sized pickaxe?
Yeah. Here you go, and then gives you one.
Bless your heart. Put it in the bag and say, "No, sis, I got my own bag. You can carry yours by yourself."
Okay.
Well, I have a lot of work to do. I need to get the suit of armor ready for Antigos before they head out of town.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, has Antigos ever trained in wearing armor? Because that's typically something you gotta train to do.
Well, Antigos, you'll have a few days once you're feeling better, right? And she starts hammering again.
They seem the type, maybe something not quite as rigid.
Yeah, maybe
Something they
get
can move
get
in.
some
Perhaps a nice
leather.
hide or leather.
Even,
A chain shirt, perhaps. Not that I would know anything about that.
Hammering
mail or
intensifies.
something.
Perhaps maybe some arcane enchantments of some sort to keep.
Oh, you can bet I'm going to have Eklund working overnight on this. Smack, 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 smack.
Of course.
Yeah.
Alright, I can see there is no talking to you about this, so enjoy your armor making. We are gonna go fetch you some ore.
Alright. So,
Yeah.
y'all make your way to the cave.
Yes.
It's like a 30-minute walk out of town. It's sort of built, it's sort of like it's not like a large cave into like a mountain. It's like the ground slightly lowers some, and it creates sort of like a fissure-style cave.
Interesting.
But you all should be on it now.
Yep.
And yeah, you are free to move about the cave. You're free to move however you'd like. You have two obvious entrances. There's one to the north and one to the south.
Well, can I maybe make a survival check to see what the cleanest point of entry would be?
Sure.
Yeah, better you than me.
Make me a survival check. 11.
Great.
So both of the entrances to this cave have been pretty beaten up. However, recently it looks as though this one has been cleared somehow. Like something was pulled out of the cave.
Sure.
Hmm.
Alright, then I'm gonna suggest that we use the northern entrance just because sometimes the path more traveled is actually the preferable one. Less chance of fallen rocks and whatnot.
Makes sense to me.
And
Also-
when it comes to a cave, the less traveled one might be the one prone to cave-ins.
Exactly.
Alright.
Alright.
If y'all want to put yourself in a marching order, you can move into the cave itself. As you enter down like the slightly sloped chamber, the grassy sort of earth above you quickly turns to stone, and the rock walls of this cave appear to be like almost like they've been burrowed out.
That's not suspicious at all.
Burrowed by an animal of some sort?
If you want to make me a nature check to try to identify an animal that could do this, you can.
Hey, I'll try that. I'm not terrible at nature.
Hey,
There we go.
that's
Nice.
a good roll.
The 17? Yeah, so it's really weird because like if this was an animal that were to burrow this cave, like as you're like kind of walking through it, you're noticing the really fine sort of like, for lack of a better word, breaks on the rock. If it was an animal I was burrowing through, things might have been more sporadic. Zolam, for a minute you think that this like entryway has been created by something burrowing out of the stone. So like the entire chamber that you're walking in, which is about 5 feet high, 6 feet high, and then 10 feet long. You figure that this like entry point that you've gone in has been basically made by a single creature burrowing out.
Oh, so this was something big.
Yes. Do y'all continue to make your way in?
Promising.
Yeah, I'll take point because I'm leading the party, but I'm gonna go in with an arrow knocked.
Fair enough. You guys
Got
can
it.
put yourselves right here for me if you'd like.
What's the light situation in here?
So the light situation is actually now darkness. After you pass this corner, it turns to dark.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, I should probably be.
If
closer
you
to the
want,
front.
I'm pretty good at seeing in the dark. I can take point.
I also have dark vision.
I don't.
You're screwed.
Well,
Yeah, darkness is meaningless to me.
perhaps not. And I'm gonna draw a deck from a card from my deck, but I'm going to use my cartomancy
Mhm.
feat to basically scry that first card and decide whether I want to keep it or not.
Yep.
Completely unseen by all of you, I try using minor illusion to make a lantern, and then realize that the minor illusion actually produces no light, and then quickly just cancel it. So hopefully no one saw that.
They called her giggle under her breath.
What was that?
I mean, you all.
Well,
I'm
I'll keep
confused
that
because I
one.
didn't know that he tried anything.
What'd you pull, Adenia?
We got the Fool and the Magician, and the Magician is the one I wanted, so let's do Burning Hands.
Oh,
Needs to stack the deck.
Oh,
Burning
you
Hands
just
with her standing
going to
directly behind
cast
us.
Burning Hands?
hands right now?
Burning Hands, I can just. Right?
The Burning Hands is
Oh,
like a
no,
one-time
JK.
cone.
That's like
Nope, I'm lying.
fire
I'm
cone.
not casting that.
We are
Just
now
like-
all dead.
I thought I was confusing that with Produce Flame. I'm so sorry. I have 26 spells at level
No,
1.
yeah,
That's fair.
So
that's hard to keep
I'm
track.
not casting that right this time. Don't lie.
I mean, you guys can just light up a torch once you get to the dark if you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, we all probably have some kind of starting pack that would have a
Yeah.
torch or something.
Yeah.
I suppose.
That's fair enough.
I do like that you were in the exact reverse problem that I have as a warlock. I have so few spells.
I have too many spells to know what they'll do
So,
Oh,
without having used
I'd
them.
rather not Adenia be like suffering with blindness through
Yikes.
this.
I am sure that I have a torch in my let's see, I have a
I think all the starter packs come with torches.
they do.
scholar's pack. There's gotta
Yeah.
be like a
You got a
candle
torch
or
in there, so as you light up the torch, I need everyone to make me a reflex saving throw.
Ooh.
That's
As
Dexterity
a
saving.
Including
number
myself?
of rocks are pushed from around the corner.
Oh, this is.
Oh, these are
Dexterity.
Love to see
These are
it.
good.
The DC is
Ooh,
only
Zola, we
the
hate
DC
to
was
see
only
it.
13. So
What's up?
the DC is 13, so you're all going to take half.
the hell are those?
So you all take 3 points of damage as some creatures chuckle from above. Here's what they look like, chat.
Oh,
Ooh.
And
Effing
we
it's a little like sand.
will roll for initiative. Ooh, they did good.
We also
Yeah, I mean, hard to dodge things when you're a 20-foot long snake person.
Yeah.
See now, I'm supposed to have advantage on initiative. I don't know why it's
I just don't think I did. Oh, there you go.
There.
Oh, I have
20.
It is rolling it with initiative.
It is, or I'm supposed to have advantage with initiative, and
I think it is.
it isn't.
When I highlight the 23, it does it, but it doesn't show you. But when you put your mouse on the 23, it actually shows it the formula differently. It's rolling two d20s, and it's just automatically choosing the highest.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah, it's just not showing it. That's fine. But
But it does roll it with advantage.
So weird.
the first descending. There we go. Caller, you're up first. The rocks have fallen down. Rocks fell. Nobody died, and there are 2 creatures basically sitting up on top of these rocks, kind of chuckling at you.
All right, well, I'm gonna shoot one of them. Actually, let's be very clear. I'm going to Hunter's Mark. Let's say this one up here on top of the rock.
Sure thing.
I'll
Put a little
Then I'm going to attack with advantage.
fire at will. 24 will hit these things.
And 10 piercing damage, and then I am rolling a d6 for Hunter's Mark, I believe.
Yep. 13.
13 damage total.
Alright, it's still standing. And then, do you want to move?
I guess I can move back a bit. I can move back to here.
Okay. As your arrow goes into them, you hear it kind of yell, "Ah! That got me with an arrow! Ow!" And they are going to... They're going to come over this way. And they're going to come to the bottom of this area and kind of float down. And then I need all of you, except for Calder,
Oh, geez.
to make me a dexterity save. DC is 10.
Oh.
Failure. Success.
Oh, but it's or to be blinded for a minute. So
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Failure.
No.
So, Ko, you are blinded for 1 minute. Zolam, you are blinded for 1 minute, but blind sense. And then
Yeah.
Rosalie, you're fine. And that's their turn. This one's going to then go, and seeing as how Ko begins kind of like moving sporadically, it's going to move down to there. And it's going to try to claw at you. It's double advantage toggle, thank you. So, how does a 19 sound to hit, Matt?
I'm pretty sure 19 will hit because I'm just wearing chain shirt.
Yep.
So,
Great. You can take 4 points of damage for me as this method kind of like gores into your body a bit.
ouch.
And then it'll be your turn.
Well, sensing an attack going on, but not being able to see,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to. First off, just in case these things have AO, I'm going to spend my action to cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
So, kind of a crystalline structure of spiky armorness appears around Cole's kind of shoulders and arms and chest.
Nice.
And then. You know what? No, I don't fit. Go. Well, actually, no, I used my action already. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna. I guess I'll move then. I'm gonna move back to the safety of the group possibly.
Okay.
'Cause I use my action and I can't see them. So.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna step back.
To
Just
there.
the one step because I'm afraid of tripping over in my blindness.
Oh, that's fair.
And that'll be my turn, I guess. But I got my armor. I got 5 temporary hit points now.
And then
Go
we
ahead,
got
attack me now.
Adenia. It's your turn.
Okay. Well, now that they're standing there, we'll just take a step this way, and now we'll do our burning hands.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You'll love to see it.
That's a dex save.
Be a dex save.
Ooh, for 7. Okay. Oh, sorry. 15 for the first one,
15 is the...
and 9 will fail. So, this one will take the full 7 points of damage. The other one will take half, so 3. And then we will go to Zolam.
Oh,
As you-
Will, can I do the saving throw again to try and at the end of my turn it says I can.
Unfortunately, this isn't Pathfinder. You're literally just blinded for the minute.
No, it says a creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its
Oh,
turns.
never mind. I'm stupid. Go ahead.
Yeah, believe me, I don't know the Pathfinder rules that well enough to know that.
Yeah.
So I'm just reading the thing. So, it's a reflex save of 10, right?
Yep.
Okay, where's my reflex?
dexterity.
Thank you. Boop.
Still blind.
At least I got my lucky number.
Zolam, it is your turn.
I am just gonna come up here and go after this one on the left.
Okay. Fire at will.
Alright, so 17
17 hits. It will
for
die,
5 bludgeoning.
and as it dies, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Okay,
Hey,
you're
not
fine.
20.
You managed to not become blinded by the death burst.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
The rocks were the more dangerous part of this encounter for you, Zolam.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I still have movement.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move here.
Okay.
So they'll have to go around me.
Calder.
All right. I think I'm going to bonus action switch my hunter's mark to this guy, move so that I am shooting past Zolom next to Adenia and not instead of directly through Ko, and make that attack roll.
Roll it.
22.
Hits.
Nice.
Man, why don't you all roll like
10
this in
piercing?
Pathfinder?
I don't know. And another, so that's 15 total.
Cool. That'll be enough to take him out. As he dies, death burst. Solon, do you want to make me a con save?
Yeah, just for fun.
Just for funsies.
You feel a whole bunch of like dust and stuff hitting up against you. It probably would be really annoying normally.
Now I feel silly using my armor, but
How long does it last?
a minute.
Oh,
Yeah. And yeah,
that's okay. That's okay.
you guys have solved my method puzzle.
Your method puzzle.
Yes. The
Yes.
si-
Calls everything a puzzle.
if these
That was not a.
Effort.
Oh, sorry, no, it does last an hour. Sorry.
Okay, so
if these guys had levels in alchemist, they would be scientific methods.
I feel we all deserve a hero point for that.
So
All right. Swallowing the anger.
you could take that torch to a town somewhere.
All right. I think we're moving on through the cave then.
yeah, do you want to?
Is anybody? I don't know how hard anybody got hit. Is anybody bad?
I
I
lost like 3 hit points. I'm fine.
Oh, we did level up. I forgot to do my HP. Haha.
I technically lost half of my hit points.
And you only have.
I only have a max hit points of 14. I'm a warlock. Despite being a Hexblade warlock, I still don't have a lot of health.
So are both of you are both you and Adenia a little rough?
I'm a little hurt, but I'll be alright.
You sure?
If you have something that you can do without burning an important slot, because I do now have 5 temporary hit points for the next hour.
Yeah, I will pump you 5 HP with lay on hands, and that'll leave me 5 in case I need to like get rid of a disease or something from somebody.
Okay. I now have more temporary hit points than with them, I have more than I started with. Thank you.
There you go.
All right. So let's.
Quick question: is everybody wearing armor except for me?
I am.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, bestie.
So, as y'all continue to make your way deeper into the cave, it opens up, and this like burrowed tunnel turns into a much more natural cave. However, there is something distinctly unnatural, as there is a large hole that appears to have been burrowed out. And as you guys are all looking around against the walls, you can see what should be the ore. Like, it has this, like, it's obviously ore, but, like, it doesn't have the shine to it. It looks like it's been dulled, almost, like, drained of its mineral content.
Oh,
That's
unusual. I mean, there's a hole in the ground, and weird stuff is happening. I think the conclusion is pretty obvious to draw here.
Are you gonna say devils?
I mean, you
It's
said it.
clearly demons.
I mean, that's also a possibility.
I'd like to make either an investigation or arcana check to see what's affecting.
You can make me an Arcana check.
And if it'll make you feel better,
That's a 19.
I can confirm with you if there's any demons or devils relatively close.
I like you.
I will use a 1 divine sense.
All
60 feet if there's any celestial fiends or undead.
So, I'm going to do
Does
this
that
in
trigger off of me?
I'm going to do this in order. Number 1, Rosalie with your 19. It's really interesting because there is definitely some magical residue on this, but it's not like arcane or divine. It's planar. It's extraplanar magic.
Oh,
no. And then Chad, you get one
Yeah.
ping.
Just
Yep.
okay. That's right.
You get one ping right beside you.
So yeah, just the one.
where?
Oh, baby
Would
girl.
you like a mirror?
Well, okay, yes, me, but that's the reason I'm hunting the devils.
Right.
I'm saying that's the only one that's relatively close.
All right, fine.
So,
Shall we investigate the hole closer? I guess I don't know. Now it's less exciting.
Well, I'll go get a little closer and like peek.
Yeah,
I will follow closely.
Take a peep.
Uh,
Maybe take
so
a
the whole-
perception.
it goes into darkness, and you have how many feet of dark vision, Calder?
it's only 10 or dark vision.
60.
60
Got a
feet?
torch.
So, at the very, bottom of your vision, you can see floor.
Oh,
Gotcha. Anything on that floor?
Just ground. Good old earth. Good old-fashioned stone and rock.
Mm.
I'm gonna take an arrow,
Mm-hmm.
hold the tip of it into Adenia's torch,
Mm-hmm.
and quickly fire it into the bottom of the pit just to see if anything jumps on it.
I was also gonna fire an Eldritch Blast, but that works too.
A few moments pass. Nothing really jumps onto your arrow. It burns up.
Alright.
It's a good idea.
Alright, well. Can I do some sort of maybe survival or nature check to see if there's any sorts of tracks of creatures or anything
Yeah, sure.
maybe living in and around this hole?
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
God damn.
with that 12 in survival check, you can tell that this hole was burrowed outward by a creature. And you notice a track that leads down this way, through this area, out through this area. See, Calder, with that, you kind of figure that basically, this side chamber here, where this hole is, it used to be solid wall. And something burrowed out and created that secondary entrance.
Oh,
Interesting.
surprised we didn't see any notice of that outside in the grass or anything. Huh.
Well, now you're thinking about, you did come up on a solidly well-walked path.
Oh.
We weren't really looking for it at
Yeah.
the time.
No, it was a path. We're like, hey, it's a path.
Yeah.
I mean, do we want to go down and see maybe what's in here or get some more information about it, or do you think we should head back to Peelhearth and tell people that there is a burrowing monster afoot?
I mean, if this ore is what you're looking for, we might as well grab some of the drained, whatever little remains we can find. It might be helpful.
Might also be good to at least look down the other pathway.
That's a
Not
good
go
point.
if it seems unsteady, turn back, but at least to get a feel for what's down there.
We can at least consider it a test. We're going to be going all over the world, and if we can't handle this,
Yeah, we can get some ore. We can handle some tunnels. Yeah, so I'm gonna take my child's pickaxe and try to chip off some ore just to show Brigetta kind of what we're dealing with.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, I'll
easily
take
do that.
While they're doing that, I'm keeping a watch out. And I have dark vision too, so I don't need to be using the torch. So I'm just keeping an eye out all over the place.
As you guys are picking away, yeah, you're able to get some ore. It's not usable ore anymore, but you can add some drained ore to your inventory if you'd like.
I mean, is anyone else kind of curious to see what's down this hole?
I'm curious. I'd rather see what's down this other path first.
curiosity killed the cat, but Lucky's not with us, so.
Yeah, so we ain't got no cats to kill, so it's fine.
We also want to make sure if we are renewed in there that we have a way to get back up.
got adventurers pack. Someone's got to have some rope.
Yep. There's a lot of easy tie-offs. You figure that it would just be an athletics check to rope climb your way down.
What if I did a backflip and made it an acrobatics check?
Unfortunately, I'd let you repel with an acrobatics check, but only one person can repel. Unless you have multiple things of rope.
I mean, we could.
And I definitely have rope. I have an explorer's pack that would have rope in it.
Yep.
Yeah, same.
So maybe look at the second path and then check the hole out.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Do you guys want to then move yourself to like right where the entrance would be, or into it? Your call, wherever you like to end up.
Yeah.
Just in a little bit while we're
Just peer around the corner.
figuring things out.
It's filled with mushrooms. Like there's a whole. This appears to be like the natural entrance to this cave, and there's a whole bunch of mushrooms growing on the sides of the wall. There's like these sort of like piles of just mud that they're growing out of.
You grew up in a wooded area, right? Do you recognize anything like these?
Mushrooms are either really good or real bad. I try not to fuck with them if I'm not sure what I am fucking with. But can I, from this distance, make like a cheeky little survival check?
You'd have to get a little bit closer. You can't quite tell the pigmentation of them from there.
I can't tell the pigmentation of them from here.
The precise pigmentation, yes.
In most dark vision tells you see in black and white.
Yeah.
Well, what if we brought the torch a little bit closer?
I mean, yeah, but you like it's also again like identifying a mushroom from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet away is difficult.
You gotta get up in there.
Yeah, you gotta get like
I'll
a
get up
little
in
bit
there.
closer.
Are you blind?
Yeah, I'm not going to see the color of it, but I can still check like certain properties of it.
Yeah, I'll get a
Shape,
little
size.
Fair enough. So, Zolan, as
Yeah.
you're making your way over there, couple of things.
Yeah.
Number one, these mushrooms here don't have any sort of mud below them. They're growing out of the earth.
Okay.
These ones do have some mud below them, and as you guys enter into the room, that mud begins to move. And we roll initiative.
God damn it.
As you guys are going to be fighting some mudmen.
Oh, hey, I got over 10 for initiative. That's a nice change of pace.
Oh, well, they're showing up as magmen still. These are mudmen. They are not magmen.
One of these days I'm gonna remember to click my token first.
What'd you get?
A 9. Again.
Got a 9. Ooh, I actually really like where we have the initiative order placed, so we'll leave it there for now. And the Mudmen do not go first. Ko goes first.
Just making sure I'm off mute now again.
So yes, imagine, if you will, creatures of
Oh, is that a
mud.
mud man?
Yeah, creatures of mud that look like that, and they have like mushrooms growing out of them.
Mud devils.
I mean, technically, mud elementals, but yeah.
Ko, a little wary of what happened last time, even with the lovely armor, is just going to raise a hand, point a finger at one of these things, and snarl something in Infernal, and what seems almost like a smoking raven is going to fly out from her finger, and I'm going to do an agonizing Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast on red, blue, or green.
Red.
Okay, roll the hit.
20.
That hits.
And, I don't think I rolled
You
damage.
just have to click the
Click.
name.
Click the name in the chat log.
9. No, I believe that's force damage. I doubt there
It
really
is,
force
and
damage.
you just like the mud splatters up against the wall.
Another evil is vanquished. And just looking at our disposition here, I'm just going to then move out in front of our friend here.
Fair enough.
Calder.
Then the Mudman is going to go, and they're going to move right up to you, Zolam.
Yeah.
And then they're going to slam against you.
Okay.
Oh, 17 to hit.
Nope.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm online shopping again. Zolam, you're up.
Alright, I will respond with an attempt to constrict it. Oh, but I rolled a natural one, so we are just flailing uselessly at each other.
You guys are just mud wrestling. It's terrible.
Yep. This one's going to go. They're going to attempt to slam you, Ko. How's a 21 sound?
That will hit, but that also does trigger my armor, so they are going to take 5 damage.
And you will
as
take
the armor
8.
explodes in an icy shard explosion in their face.
And you'll take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as they slam you.
Alright, so that goes through my 10 hit points and 3 damage to my actual body.
Mm-hmm. And then Adenia, you're up.
Well, that was gonna be a ray of frost at that one.
Unfortunately, it hits one of the mushrooms and bounces off.
I believe I was bought a hero point.
You were? Would you like to use it?
I'm gonna go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah!
That will hit. The mushroom, as it goes to bounce off the mushroom, the spell manages to take hold and it freezes part of that mud and a huge part of him just falls off.
Thank you, Laurel Turtle. I appreciate you.
Calder.
Chad is always so nice.
Absolutely.
Except when they give villain points. Then they're evil.
Calder, you're up.
All right, I am taking a shot at the guy Zolam is fighting.
Okay, roll the hit. 20 hits, roll your damage.
Ooh.
8 piercing damage.
Unfortunately, not all of it goes through,
Yeah, I
as some of the arrow gets absorbed in the mud. However, enough goes through to kill him.
Nice.
But each creature within 10 feet of him, which
Is
believe-
Death Explosions the new cones, Will?
everyone but Ko needs to make a dexterity save or take some bludgeoning damage as a bunch of mud, grass, rock, and mushroom. Oh! Okay, so Zolam and Adenia will take the full, Calder will take half. So 10 points to both of you and 5 to Calder.
I am at -1.
Okay, so you are down.
Wait, I'm sorry, Zolam. Did you just say you were at 0?
No, I was saying she's at 0 because you don't do negative some 5 8.
Right, no,
Yeah.
I'm just
But
saying
yeah,
that would
I
take
get it.
me.
No, I still have some health.
And yeah, so good job, Calder. Thank you for that. Ko, you're up.
Well, seeing that just happened, I'm going to take a quick step back across the room. And I'm going to go for another agonizing Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. 17 hits, roll your
17.
damage.
13 damage.
Ooh.
Thank God for our... Sorry, Calder.
Calder, can you make me a reflex save?
I know I can't make you a reflex save, Will. 'Cause
Okay.
This is D&D 5e.
A dexterity save.
Sassy.
Oh, a failure!
You know what? I'm gonna use the hero point Sarah got me. All right. Come on, hero point. I believe in you. There we go. Thank you.
We'll take half. 4.
Oh, okay.
4 points
Sorry.
of sodding damage. Zolam, you're up.
I'm going to go down and do a fun little cure wounds on Adenia
You love to see it.
for 7.
Nice.
There you go. Adenia, you get 7 hit points back, and we'll go out of initiative.
Calder just covered in mud. Kind of glares at Ko and casts Cure Wounds on herself.
I'm sorry. Sometimes sacrifices must be made to defeat evil.
Yeah. Sacrifices. Son of a fuck.
Does anybody want to sit down a little bit before we try and delve into a hole?
I mean, could we go outside in the nice sunshine and do that? Rather than in this cave where there might be things under the ground that could
All
help.
right, look, I just got knocked the fuck out over some mushrooms, so somebody's gonna look at those mushrooms.
Oh, we'll do that too.
What?
I imagine
Fair
like the damage that actually got Rosalie, that got Adini, was like a large mushroom being fired at force and just like smacking them in the face.
How hard is that mushroom?
I can do like a cheeky little survival check on the mushrooms.
Yeah, make me a
I'm
survival check.
doing nature.
Yeah.
Ooh, my nature was bad this time.
So Zolam, these mushrooms, oh boy, they would send you on a trip.
Or somebody on a trip.
Yes. As for you, McKenna, also known as Calder, with that survival check, these are just regular old mushrooms. They're red capped, so they're usually poisonous in nature.
Yeah. I just say don't eat these. They will most likely give you the shits and maybe kill you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna collect some.
Yeah, that's fair.
You may add however up to 2 pounds of poisonous mushrooms to your inventory.
Oh, but we'll do 2 pounds. I have a poisoner's kit, and I don't have to be particularly careful with myself, so
That is true.
I can experiment.
Is there any, would there be any worth in just looking around in a non-mushroom capacity? We don't know if these mushrooms may have killed other adventurers, and there might be something valuable sitting around. I am very bad at investigations, unfortunately.
I mean,
I say that out of character.
I've got a
as
killer headache, but I can look around.
go for it.
Nope.
There's literally just mud and mushrooms in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Killer
Just a
headache.
thought, you know. You love to find some loot.
So
Okay, so yeah, maybe a little sit down before we try and delve into a hole.
yeah, short
I am
rest.
opposed to that.
Yeah.
You guys can take a short rest and expend any hit dice as you'd like.
Oh, good.
Okay.
2d10.
As you are resting,
Whoa!
Nice.
nice. As you are all resting, the cave kind of has this like damp looking feel to it. It's just silent. Like the wind is blowing, the birds are chirping, the clouds in the distance are like taking odd shapes. Like some of them look like dogs, some of them look like ducks. It's very fun. Yeah, you guys take your short rest, and after an hour of just kind of sitting down, relaxing, maybe having a little box lunch that Zine gave all of you.
Aw.
It's a little bento box that has like a sandwich that like looks like them. It's cute.
Does it have the little octopi hot dogs?
It does not. It has like little like zine shaped, like it has like a zine shaped sandwich. Like where his hair, like his head is the half of the sandwich, and there's like some like a salad that makes up their face, the rest of their face. It's nice.
I love that for him. Love that he's just selling sandwiches of his own face.
Yeah, some people, right?
All right, are we gonna get down this hole tonight, y'all?
Yeah.
Alrighty then, let's go.
Right. You guys can easily tie up the rope as you need.
Just before we send anyone down the hole, I'm just going to fire an Eldritch Blast down the hole just to be sure.
Okay. You fire the
Arrow
Eldritch
is one
Blast,
thing, Eldritch Blast might be another.
and the arrow gets destroyed by it.
The arrow
Sorry.
is already burned up. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Good aim though.
Yeah.
Yeah, good aim.
I wasn't aiming for it.
But yeah,
Convenient aim then.
y'all can easily get things tied up with the ropes actually, and 4 of you going down together. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You should.
just as we head down, now that we took a short rest, I got my spell slot back. I'm just gonna recast Armor of Agathis.
Fair enough.
So,
And yeah, as you guys go down the hole, you enter into what is a larger cave. To the north, into this area of the cave, that large rock is producing bright light, as the crystals on it appear to be sort of like humming a low double note, like a low sort of harmony note. And in front of it, basically, is a large sort of planar rip. Calder, you recognize it as very similar to what appears in the Shifter's Fen. And you see
As I
several
see
other
this,
sort of like rocks that are letting up a similar amount of light. What would y'all like to do? There is a large portal over here.
I am very much on guard now.
I'm gonna use my Fool card and give myself Mage Armor.
Okay. Do you guys move into the room at all?
Yeah.
Carefully,
Yeah.
just like 10 feet forward, see if anything happens.
No. You guys seem to be good. The crystals, these crystals are not vibrating, but they do appear to be like if you were to hit them, they would begin to vibrate.
I was gonna ask.
Now that we get done here, I'm actually going to expend another Divine Sense just in case.
Sure thing. There's nothing that would ping your stuff.
Okay.
Other than me, I guess.
Other
Well,
than
yeah.
Hello again.
I am somewhat assuming that others, especially the two that are a little more used to being with me, are describing what they're seeing, because beyond 10 feet, I have no idea. Other than sounds, but a spatial rift sounds a little more of a visual thing.
Yeah, for sure. So you've got some resonating crystals and you've got a portal.
Is any of this the ore you're looking for?
I don't think so. None of it looks...
There actually is a fair amount of the ore that you're looking for on that rock behind the crystal, and it looks to be even more energized than what it would be normally.
I've heard of this in a place called Ungoro Crater.
Well then, I suppose we get what we came for and
Get out.
maybe ask some people what this weird humming is about later.
Yeah. Do you guys want to make your way towards it?
Is it going to be that easy with that,
No, it's never gonna be that easier.
course
portal
not.
there?
But
Is
you
that
know,
something we want to get close to?
Here, I'll even like put
I
a
mean-
We
little...
can always maybe let one person go forward with a rope and have the rest of us hold it.
that's true. I can keep an arrow knocked to see if anything comes through that portal. I can just shoot it right back in, maybe.
I still got more of
And
these.
if
So
anybody gets yoinked in, we can yoink you back out.
Boom.
That's good
I
thinking.
will say, as you're all having this conversation, the crystals begin to vibrate violently over here, and the tones that they were vibrating change. And as they do change, like smaller little mini portals begin to open up around the room,
Oh no.
and crawling out of them are some creatures. As the creatures crawl out of them, they hit these crystals with their tails, and they begin to sort of like shift and like rotate and vibrate and create like a very disjuncted tone that directly affects the portal that's over here, and it causes it to like violently vibrate for a moment. It looks as though it's become more unstable after that, and we roll initiative.
Oh, I have an idea.
And then Calder, these are portals that definitely go to another plane of existence.
Ooh.
I wonder what would happen if we all hit the crystals simultaneously. There are 4 clusters and 4 of us.
Oh no, there's a cluster here, a cluster there, a cluster
Well, I'm just
there,
saying 4 groups of clusters, but
cluster there, cluster there.
how accurate is the map, Will? Are the ones that are different colors?
Yes.
Okay.
Adenia, have you rolled your initiative?
I did. I'm so sorry. Again, one
Okay.
of these days.
Here, click on your token and just roll it again. There you go.
That'll do it.
And I'll change it back to the 7. Alright. So, as these creatures kind of hiss at you, Ko, it's your turn.
Ko is going to look at the one to the south there, the one closest to her,
Yep.
and is just going to snarl, devil-worshipping filth, and I'm just going to keep on with agonizing Eldritch Blast.
Roll it.
Oh, I'm not going to hit this time.
It hits one of these crystals, and they begin to vibrate a different tone. So basically, when this one exited, it hit the big purple one, and that one vibrated a tone, and then when you hit it, the Eldritch Blast kind of bounced between the 3 of these, and they vibrated in their own tone.
All right. Seeing as the position of the rest of the party, Ko is just going to stay where she is then.
All right. Next up, this worm is going to...
Oh, they're worms.
Yes, they're planar worms. This is what they look like.
I thought they were evil chickens.
Yeah, they're like little wormy things. And it's going to move over to there, and then it's going to take a bite out of you, Zolom, with a 7.
Third time's the charm.
Really wanted to hit McKenna there.
No, there's a whole backstory to this. That
My
will go.
first ever D&D character
It was called Calder.
his first name was Calder, and Will DM'd that game.
Yeah.
Why would you do this, McKenna?
I didn't do it on purpose. The 3 of us were in a chat, and Will was like, yeah, so what's your character's name? And I was like, I was thinking her first name would be Finnegan, and her second name would be Calder, but she'd go by Calder. And you're like, Will was like, you're kidding.
But
Is
this
that a
thing has
problem?
multi-attack, Zolom, so a 7 will miss.
Ooh.
Damn.
What a crazy random happenstance.
Calder,
Crazy
you're up.
random happenstance.
Calder,
Battle
what you got?
forward.
I mean, enough that character did have 4 levels in Ranger.
Yeah.
I mean, 16 in Blood Hunter, but 4 in Ranger.
Ooh, Blood Hunter.
So Calder, what you got for me?
All right, Calder is going to take a shot at. I think this one has yet be attacked yet, correct?
Yes.
Well, neither of them have
Oh
been
no,
hit.
they've both been attacked, huh?
Neither of them have been hit, I don't think.
This one hasn't acted yet.
Hang on, I gotta read something real quick. Because Natural Explorer gives me some fun stuff, but. Oh, against creatures that have not yet acted.
Yeah,
and I
so
don't
this one
think
hasn't
any of
acted
them
yet.
have.
The bottom one hasn't acted, the top one acted.
Gotcha. Thank you very much. That's important. The other thing I would like to know is, are these monstrosities?
They are elementals.
Never mind.
Sorry.
All right, then I'm just gonna make a regular old longbow attack.
Fire at will. 25 hits.
Dang.
Where are these rolls with Nim?
I have no idea.
To be fair,
No idea.
Nim doesn't do a lot of attacking. Like, she does a lot of spell stuff, and it's your saving will that's the problem.
However, only half of it goes through.
Yeah, of course.
As, like, the planar energy that these creatures appear to consume have affected their physicality in some way. Zolom, you're up.
Well, we are going to continue
Actually,
with just trying. Oh,
sorry, I just wanted to move back.
Oh, go for it.
That's all.
you're going to try to constrict this one right next to me.
25 hits. For 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Alright.
Can it be restrained? Is that a thing that...
I'm just going to read over its immunities. Yes, it can be restrained.
Okay, so it is restrained.
Cool. Then it will be Adenia's turn.
Restrained creature, I get advantage to hit it.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're gonna come over here and we're gonna bop it.
You bop it.
Twist it.
Pull it. Oh, how are you attacking twice?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I meant to roll with advantage. I am so
Oh,
bad
no
at
worries.
used to roll 20.
The 21 hits, though, so you're good.
Yeah.
And you did about half the
Fortunately, I did the
damage.
same damage.
Yep.
So it was...
You
Okay,
did
that's
about
fair.
5 points of damage to it. Do you want to finish off your movement, or do you want to stay there?
Oh, no, I do not want to stand right next to the thing. I'm going to go boop
I thought so.
and hang out with my friend Calder.
This one's going to go. It has a lovely friend to come up and hang out with. Hey there, Co.
You are not my friend.
Bite. Co's are food, not friends. 18 to hit.
That will hit, but it does take immediate 5 cold damage from the armor of Agath.
And it looks like it does double the damage.
Ooh.
Kind of expected that.
Nice.
But you will take 5 piercing damage.
That only chips away at the actual armor, so I'm good.
And then they're going to make a tail attack with their multi-attack. 19 to hit you.
That will hit.
For 5 more points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. That hurts.
Alright.
Alright then.
I messed up. So at the start of your turn, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Co, as the earth around this thing appears to tremble a little bit, as if they've been planarly infused with the energies of the plane of earth.
Just passed.
Okay, you're fine. It just means that you can attack normally.
Alright. I am getting a little sick of this thing, and the damage is done to me. So I, as a bonus action, am going to point an accusing finger at it, and my voice drops a few levels. And I see your mind, you devil-worshipping filth, and I mock you. And I'm going to cast Hexblade's Curse on it.
Ooh.
It also, as it occurs to me, Rosalie, you were attacking the one that Zolan was attacking, weren't you?
Right.
Okay.
Alright, so just to be clear, Hexblade Curse, I gain a bonus damage rolls. Bonus damage roll goes to the cursed target. I crit on a 19 or a 20.
Perfect.
And if I kill the thing, I get health back.
Alright, roll to hit.
Alright. So I'm just going to lash out with my actual longsword here. I start with a hero point, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use a hero point for that.
16 hits.
Okay, so that is going to be this plus... plus 2, because it's plus my proficiency bonus. So a total of 10.
Okay. About half of it goes through.
Okay.
Is the Hexblade's weapon not automatically magical?
Oh.
Hold on
I
a sec.
do
I don't actually. That's
I
an
don't
actual
know off the
question.
top of my head. That's something we'll check.
Hold on, let me check.
Yep.
It doesn't actually say. And technically, I don't think I actually get, like, the cool
Weapon
weapon
until 3.
pack thing until level 3.
That's true.
But will that be your turn, or do you want to move?
You know what? I'm good. I'm going to trust the party members. I'm going to try and hold it here.
Then this one's going to go, and it's going to multi-attack Zolan.
It has disadvantage.
It does have disadvantage. 17?
Nope.
13.
Nope.
Damn. And then Calder, you're up.
We love a tank. We love a tank.
You do.
So this thing is still restrained then, right?
Yes, this
Yes.
one's still restrained.
Oh, then I have advantage. You truly do love to see it.
Yeah, imagine like a plane of earth infused worm on a string. That's basically what you're fighting. 22 hits.
22. 5 piercing. I'll take it.
That's 2 points of damage. It's still up.
Yeah.
Zolan.
Alright, so I need to do that saving throw.
Yes, dex save. DC 13. You're fine.
Alright, so I'm just gonna keep constricting it, but I have advantage.
Yep.
Oh, is 14 enough?
14's enough. These things aren't heavily
Okay.
armored. They're worms.
So they're 8 or 4 bludgeoning damage.
4 bludgeoning damage is enough to take out that planar worm.
Alright, I will then move.
To there? Fair enough.
Yep.
Adenia, you're up.
Alright, we'll move over here.
Okay.
And we'll chuck a ray of frost in that thing's direction.
Fire at will. Hits. For 8.
Nice.
Still standing, though.
And then
Back to there.
back over there.
Fair enough. Next up is the worm. It doesn't like being flanked, so it's going to step to there with a move action. And then
All right, attack of opportunity.
step to
Sadly,
there.
I don't have like sentinel or anything like that.
Is stepping a thing in 5e? I don't think it is. You have to
No,
disengage.
if you don't
Oh,
disengage.
Lord.
You get the attack.
Okay, then never mind. It's just going to full
Oh,
attack
but the
Matt
10,
there.
10 probably misses though.
It's just going to full attack Matt there then.
Oh, okay.
Matt, does a 15 hit you?
Unfortunately, that's exactly my armor class.
Take 2 points of piercing damage.
I can maybe live with that.
And 20 to hit you.
Oh boy, yeah.
For 5.
Yeah, I am unconscious.
Whap.
This is definitely Will rolling because they don't have like a great bonus.
It's your turn. You can
No,
make
you
me
got
a
a natural
death.
17 and...
Can you make me a death save?
Is that just a flat d20?
There's just a roll that says death saving throw on your sheet.
okay.
Just click on that. This is our first death save, and it's a
It's the
success.
first death save, and it's a
Wow,
success.
it's good.
Hallelujah.
Calder, you're
One
up.
success. Tick on there.
Calder?
All right, that's me. I'm gonna shoot the guy. Zolom is fighting. Is he currently restricted?
No.
No.
Nah, that's fine. Hopefully.
And Calder, like, these are creatures that are relatively familiar for you because they're very common in the Shifter's Fen.
That would explain my series of ridiculously
21
strong
hits.
rolls.
For
yeah,
3.
that's 7 piercing. Well, 3 piercing damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're still standing, but yeah, that's a good hit. Zolom.
Yeah, I'll try and. I think it's better to try and drop it and then deal with the unconscious person.
Okay. 18 hits. Pff, yeah. Zolom, you squeeze the planar juice right out of that thing.
Alright. That was max damage.
Yep. Do you want to move over to your new friend, or do you want to stay there?
Yeah, I'll move over.
Cool. Adenia, it's your turn.
Okay, there's I don't see any enemies left. Am I?
There's not. It's just that Matt's character is still down, so we have to
It's
stay on the
down,
shift.
right? Does temp HP count enough to
No.
revive somebody? No. Then I'm useless here. So I'm going to try to investigate this crystal.
Sure. Make me a investigation check or an arcana check.
We'll do Arcana because we're good at that.
Ooh, an 18. You think that this crystal, if you were to hit it, would be attuned to the frequency of A flat.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Okay. All my old choir and band knowledge.
Matt, make me a death save.
Come on, nat 20, Bill.
That's still a
11.
success. You're good.
Yeah.
That's 2 successes. Calder.
I kind of shrug at Zolom like, I can't fix that.
I got it.
And I go.
And I took that personally.
You said either investigate or arcana.
Yep.
Both are terrible.
I'd also allow a
for me, so I
perception
roll-
for it.
Oh, I can roll perception?
Yeah, I'd also allow perception for it. Yes, we're doing a
Okay,
music
I'm-
puzzle.
Yeah, then I'm gonna go over here and roll perception instead of.
Fair enough. No idea.
Wow, roll 20 truly said,
Rude.
fuck you.
Zolom,
We don't take that pity here.
Zolom, are you going to pop Matt's character back up?
Yeah, I'm just debating with I'm gonna do the lay on hands. 5 HP.
Fair enough.
How much do I like this purple-haired demon or devil hunter?
It was a little bit of the
Purple.
do I
Excuse me.
expend the spell slot or the lay on hands, but I'm kind of feeling like we're not going to be dealing with diseases, so I'm using the lay on hands, so you get 5 HP.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to move this. I'm going to move the rolls.
Just
over.
because I'm still at very low health, then as soon as I'm conscious again, just clutch myself and cast armor again, just to get those sweet 5 temporary hit.
Delicious.
That's fair.
So recognizing this tone, I'm gonna start checking other crystals for their tones as well.
Yeah, I will say that after a few moments, the tone of these crystals changes again.
Oh no.
The tone of those crystals changes again. It becomes another different set of two tones that it's hummening at, and the portal does appear to be the portal appears to be directly connected to the frequency at which those crystals are humming.
So we need to match. I think we need to match. We either need to match or fill in the
Excuse me.
Bless you.
I mean,
I have a teen ear. I'm going to be no help here.
my entire music education is yelling at me circle of fifths.
Kind of. There's still a lot of stuff you can do.
But there's so much unknown right now.
Here.
Do I recognize the harmonics? Do I recognize what chord is?
Yeah, this would be
the
just a
making?
general intelligence or charisma check to recognize the tones.
I have intelligence.
Sorry. Did you say charisma?
Yes, charisma to
23.
recognize tones because I directly attach music to charisma.
And I still rolled an 8.
Ooh.
All right,
A
so
2. Wow.
Damn.
Rose and Zolam, you can Adenia and Zolam, you can actually both recognize that the two tones that it's currently on, the two tones that the crystals are currently resonating at, are a C and F.
The ones over
So that's
here.
a fifth.
Yeah, so these ones are on the C and F.
So we
That's
need
a fifth.
to maybe see what these other ones down here are.
Yeah.
After you figure out the first one, Rose, you're able to identify the other ones pretty easily.
Based on just if this is my pitch, then this is
Yeah, so here's what you guys have for options. This crystal here will resonate at the tune of an A. This one will resonate as C flat. This one will resonate as a B. This is a B flat. This is a G. This is a G flat. And this as an A flat.
Okay, so you don't actually have those notes.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try the G.
Would you like to look at anything else in this room or investigate anything else?
It's just the crystals. I mean, we were gonna get some of the ore, but
I mean,
want
can
monsters.
I get up here and get a closer look at the portal?
Yeah, you can make
I will go with just to be safe.
you can make me for the portal an Arcana or a Nature check.
That's 0 for both.
-1 for both for me.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's enough to
Yeah.
tell that the stability of the portal is directly linked to the crystals.
Okay.
You
gotta
figure
do
that
that.
if you were to play a note that would be harmonically pleasing with those crystals, that the portal would stabilize and possibly close after a number of attempts of doing so. However, if you think you play too many notes that are discordant and disruptive, that the portal will explode in a burst of planar energy.
Ooh.
Would it
Okay.
make sense for us just to play a sequence going up? Just a simple.
A 1-3-5. 1-3-5 would be easy. C, D, E,
And you said
F.
which two were over? What are they
The-
sounding like now?
C and an F is playing right now.
Yeah.
So that's a fifth. F. I hate F scale. Why would you do that?
It's been about 17 or 18 years since I've done anything with music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Similar.
I'm trying to think. I do remember something.
With the nature check,
3.
you
I
also
want to
figure...
say
Oh, if I may. With the nature check,
Go
you
ahead.
also figure that you could cause the portal to overpower in a safe way by pouring magical power into it.
Is it G that goes with C and F?
it's A. A should work.
I mean, if you guys think it would help, I can do my souped up Eldritch Blast for days. It's a cantrip.
Just to try to stabilize it.
Sure. Sure?
Maybe If we do too many, it'll be a problem. But if we
Right, if
can
we
at
try
least,
one at a time, it's not.
yeah, we can at least do a test.
Yeah. Are you going to
Yeah.
hit the A right now?
I'm gonna hit the A.
Okay. As you hit the A, the portal stabilizes a little bit. And then
Okay.
the tone on the crystals shifts to a new set of tones.
Ooh.
They are now toned to a B and an F.
This puzzle is just smarter than me.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Let's see, we don't have a D, so you said it was an D, D and an F.
A B as in Bob and an F
B as in-
as in fun.
Now, here's a kind of mechanics question,
Mhm.
which is twofold. One, if someone were proficient with a musical instrument, could they make some kind of
Yes, they can.
check to get a hint? B, is Calder proficient with the musical instrument she had, or does she just have it?
You have a flute.
I am proficient in flute.
But you can make me a check with either intelligence or charisma to play instruments.
Yeah, I'll make a charisma check. I can make a little.
Let's see Calder's musical knowledge.
Nope.
All instinct.
She learned by ear.
Yeah,
There's no way Calder went to music classes and like practice scales and arpeggios. Like it's
Um,
no.
I feel like Adenia's doing this by pure like physics. She's like trying
That's
to
fair.
measure frequencies and just like okay. My instinct says the A flat. If anybody has qualms about that, speak up now.
I had a thought.
Okay.
We're doing the music thing with charisma, right?
yes.
Justify this by that Ko's background is that she was actually raised in a noble family, and as part of her education, she may have had, at least some introduction to music.
Yeah, that's
Could
fair.
I gingerly take the flute from Calder and try a hand at it?
Sure, make me a charisma check.
Charisma 12.
So, when you were doing your education, there was like a new sort of music that was beginning to sweep the court, and it created more of like a minor tone to it. For lack of a better word, it was jazz.
Ooh, blue scales.
And with that, like, knowledge is like, yeah, with that first set of tones, the C, F, and A, that was definitely a chord that was used in that type of music. Oh, yeah, with a B and an F, the A flat would be a real nice second progression to that chord.
I'm right.
Vindication.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smack that A flat with my staff. Just
All right. Yeah, and the next chord goes, the portal begins to stabilize even more, and then it changes to a third set of tones. This one is a B and an E.
B and an E.
Yep. Calder, as you are standing there, you're kind of looking down, and you notice boards at your feet.
Uh-huh.
Now, for a natural cave,
Yeah.
that's decidedly not natural.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I think I'm going to step away from those boards
That's fair.
a little bit and
I was
just knock an arrow.
All right.
I am also seeing this and not exactly sure what's going on, but trusting Calder's judgment in this case, I'm going to ready an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Zolom, anything you'd like to do?
At this point, I'm just trusting Adenia on this.
Yeah, that's fair. Adenia.
Yeah, it's all you, Rose.
Instinct says a G.
Smack it.
I'm gonna smack it.
As you do, the portal lets out like a very nice hum, and then quickly it goes through all three of the tones, creating a very nice chord progression as the portal and the planar energies that are causing this cavern to basically these crystals to resonate.
14 years of music lessons.
Well done. Well
My
done.
choir teachers were watching.
Alright, well, we know who the MVP is of this episode.
There you go.
Uh-huh. MVP.
But yeah,
All right. Can I look around to see if maybe there are footprints or anything in
Yeah.
this general area to see if people were maybe coming in and out of that portal and using the boardwalk as a pathway?
yeah, make me a perception check.
Can I do one as well?
18.
15. As the
Here's
two of you
better.
are looking around in that sort of like readied paranoia, you can notice what appears to be footsteps up here that appear right here, go to here, go across to there, and then they just disappear with no other footsteps.
Ooh.
Someone probably put this portal there.
Interesting. All right. I'm starting to wonder if maybe there is a much larger planar worm on its way somewhere else.
Well, we've solved the big portal problem. We've solved the little worms. Why don't we gather up as much of this ore you guys are looking for and get out of here? We can always come back and deal with the worm.
Make
We
me
can
a...
report to the town.
Everyone can make me an Arcana or Nature check. As like Calder's like kind of talking about that.
Bless you.
I'm so terrible at both of these.
Nature.
I'm usually better at those.
I got a little bit of
Oh,
nature.
I say bad, and I got an 18.
Nice. You actually all get the DC. Like as Calder's talking about, and I'll say Calder's the one who reveals this information because it makes the most sense. Calder, you know that planar worms eat sort of like the planar worms don't live on a specific plane. They live in that space between the different planes of existence. And they sort of like eat the leftover energy from planar portals. That's probably why there were planar worms here. However, if there was a larger planar worm, it would probably be attracted to a large source of planar magic.
So you think it would have stayed here, but like
Unless
there
it,
is evidence of something tunneling.
unless it found something bigger.
Yeah, it's in
Unless it
something
found
else
something
somewhere.
Bigger, probably somewhere in Peelhearth.
Well, you would think that, like, if there's a giant worm, like, that tunnel is pretty old. If there was a giant worm in Peelhearth, they would have told you. They would have known.
Okay, interesting. Well, interesting. Okay, well then I think I'm going to leave the ore mining to the stronger characters amongst us.
That's fair.
Because I'm not super strong. And I want to take a closer look at those tracks,
Sure.
the footprints, to see if maybe I can gather any information.
Make
about
me a
who
survival
left them.
check.
What a good ranger.
Survival. Oh, son of a bitch.
Humanoid. That's what you got.
Yeah. Do I still have one hero point from the top of session? Do we get one per session?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm hero pointing this.
Go for it.
One more. Come on.
That's
Hey.
There we go.
17 is enough for a little bit more information. So, humanoid. Mid-aged. So, like, 30s, 40s are the equivalent. The type of thing it was wearing was a heeled boot.
Interesting.
footballs.
Someone a little bit middle-aged wearing heels. Interesting. All right, let's gather this ore and get out of here.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
over there with the pick.
Yeah.
Got
As
my
you
baby's
guys
first pickaxe.
gather up ore, Zolam's able to collect and basically mine enough that you guys would each be able to have like a weapon made from it.
Or maybe shield?
Or a shield, yeah, like an item made from
Okay.
this ore.
Sweet.
However, as you're collecting it, you'll all notice that it's not exactly the ore that you came here for. This ore appears to be slightly different.
Oh, okay.
Upon bringing it back to Brigetta, she could probably identify it for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys
And we
gather
can still
up the ore.
report about we can still report to them about the drained ore because we still have that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys going to head back to Brigetta?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I think so.
Great. As you all do so, she is working away at her forge. When you guys bring back the ore, she's like, "Oh, thank you very much for this. I'll take a..." And she takes a look at what you're giving. She's like, "And you found this in the cave."
Yeah, I think the ore that you were looking for and kind of pulls out. From what I can understand, this isn't exactly how you described it.
Well, that looks like it's had the minerals itself drained out of it. How odd.
There was tracks, remnants. It appears some kind of.
Someone was screwing around with some sort of planar magic. There was a hole in the middle of the cave where we collected the drained ore. That hole led down into a whole room with crystals and a giant portal.
Oh.
You know, the kind of shit you see out in Shifter's Fen.
Oh, that's proper worrying, isn't it? Did you...
There was also looked like a second tunnel that had been tunneled out from that space.
That's quite worrying then, oh. Well, did you manage to find any ore that's usable?
I mean, is this stuff not usable? The stuff from behind the portal?
Yeah, she'll grab it back and she'll take a look at it, and after 5 minutes of inspecting it, well, yeah, this is planarite, isn't it? Yeah. Planarite ore is a special material that gives you advantage on attack rolls against extraplanar threats when used as a weapon.
Assuming when you have a weapon made out of it.
Yes.
I mean,
I
you could
haven't
just hit it in
come.
the head with it, right?
I haven't come up with a
Rock.
defensive thing for it yet, but if that's something you guys want to pursue, I can figure something out over the week.
For me, it makes sense to be something more defensive.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
And if it's a higher rate of armor than chainmail, then
It-
more the better.
It might be that. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
But yeah. She'll get working on that right away. And yeah, the rest of the day will go by.
I guess we should say for any whatever type of weapon that Lucky
Yeah.
uses. I forget. Was it dagger or no? She used a bow.
She used a bow too.
She's got a crossbow and she's got some sort of melee weapon. I'm not blanking on what it is.
Yeah, it just dawned on me. I was like, wait a minute, everybody's ranged,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but me.
But
Quarter
it's
staff.
good to have a sidearm. And she can turn she could turn the ore into tips for your quarterstaff, Rosalie, so it would functionally
Right.
work. Yeah. But as y'all are doing so, the day continues on. Zine's actually going to come up to you all while you're there and say, "Oh, good. I'm glad I found all of you. If I may, friend," pointing towards you, Matt. There's a sad lot of humans who are heading out on their calling from this village tonight. And quite honestly, I do not think they will be able to make it all that well on the road. They'll point towards that group of humans that you guys saw training the other day.
Yeah. The unfortunate ones.
Oh, Ko's gonna be a babysitter for.
I think they're going to find a fair amount of trouble. And quite honestly, they're the type who would probably accidentally make a deal with the devil if they meant one. Would you mind?
Oh no.
Would you mind
But
keeping an
maybe-
eye on them for me?
But maybe a little soft on the devil talk.
I mean, I can't make any promises on that. People need to know about the devils. They're everywhere.
Yeah, but when you come on a bit strong and then start imitating people's siblings, it's a little off-putting.
I don't know what you mean.
To you. You know what? You say that, and I don't believe you.
But yeah.
The last thing those people need is more fear.
But
Yeah, that's for
Forewarned is forearmed, my friend.
as that happens, and Zine kind of just like, yeah, I'm willing to pay you a fair amount if you'd like.
Like money?
Yes, like actual money.
Oh God, that would be nice. I haven't had much money in a long time.
He just puts a sack of about 20 gold in your hand. They're heading out now.
I'll buy so much silver.
Please get them to Garen's Cross.
I'll do my best. It's been pleasure working with y'all. I hope none of you ever get possessed by devils or anything, because I'd hate to have to kill any of you. So, good luck with your calling. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
As they
That-
head off.
That is earned. That is earned.
As they head off with their new herd of humans, the night will become young and dinner will be served and you guys will have your evening to yourself. But that's where we're going to end this week's session.
Oh, done.
So thank you for coming out to tonight's episode of the Calling Chronicle. Don't forget to come check us out next week as we begin the Godly Trial. I believe that's where y'all are heading next.
I think
That was the plan.
Don't forget to check out our other shows here on Tabletop Rolls. On Saturday night, we have our anime podcast. This week, we're talking about Horimiya. On Sunday, I have the Dragon Age show. And on Wednesday, we have the League of Amazing Adventurers. Thank you all so much for coming down. I'm going to do a raid just to end things off. So,
Oh, who we raiding?
we're raiding Roll the Roll. They're playing some Edgewatch. So thank you all so much for coming.
Oh,
We'll see you on the next one.
Edgewatch.
Bye-bye!
Thanks for coming out.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.